Hello, everybody. I'm Evangelist Joseph Butcher, and I just got out of church and kind of driving around Vigo County, Indiana, my hometown, and I pulled over here. I'm very blessed that my Father in heaven sometimes just throws something at me and gives me a lot to talk about. And today, while I was driving around, I noticed something. I'm looking at all these empty farm fields here in Vigo County, and it occurs to me that this spring, when the farmers go to plant those fields, they're going to think about what they're planting. Many of us, when we sow our seeds, we just throw them out there willy-nilly, and we really don't give it much thought. But a farmer plants with intention. He's not going to throw out just soybean seeds and hope that he grows corn. He knows what he wants to harvest, and he knows what he needs to plant. And I find that interesting because it brings me to a modern day story of an old time biblical story about sowing the seeds. And I'd like to just throw this out so that it could be more relevant. And I'd like to tell you this modern day story. Because sometimes the truth is easier to hear when it sounds like real life. And here we go. I'm just going to throw it out to you. They were three friends. They grew up together and they laughed together. They shared the same dreams. They lived in the same town, and they really had the same opportunities, and they started off at the same starting point. But as they got older, each began sowing different seeds in their life, and the first friend, well, she loved the world, rock concerts, every weekend parties that they just didn't seem to end, and her friends would say, wow, now this is freedom, and this is what freedom looks like. And at first it felt really good. The music was loud, the crowds were big, and the nights were full, and she wasn't trying to turn from God. She just kind of wasn't thinking about him. She's caught up in herself and caught up in the moment. And every choice that she made, it seemed small. Just one concert, just one party. I'm just having fun, just one night out. But the seeds are always small when you plant them. And years later, when the music stopped and the crowds disappeared, she realized something. She had sown excitement, but she harvested emptiness and loneliness. It's really sad, because I don't think that's what she ever planned for her life. The second friend chose a different path, at least on the outside. She did go to church every Sunday, and she sang all the worship songs. She believed in God, but Monday through Saturday, her friends actually shaped her faith. She didn't want to stand out. She didn't want to be labeled too serious. Didn't want to lose relationships, so she compromised just a little. Well, she laughed when she probably should have walked away, and she stayed silent when she really should have spoken the truth. She was sowing mixed seeds. Faith on Sunday, influence from the world during the week, and when life got hard and real storms came, which they will, she felt weak, confused, and exhausted. You see, she believed in God, but her roots were never planted deep. And the third friend, well, she loved music as well, just like the first two. The difference, she went to concerts that fed her spirit instead of draining it. She had friends as well, but she chose ones that would bring her closer to God and not take her further away. And on Sunday, she was in church. On Wednesday, she was in Bible study, and she didn't pretend temptation wasn't real. She just didn't invite it into her life. She wasn't perfect, no, by no means, and none of us are. She wasn't isolated from the world. She was intentional, just like the farmer. She sowed faith, even when it wasn't convenient. She sowed discipline, and when no one was watching, and she sowed the truth, even at the cost of her popularity. And years later, when life was hard, she didn't collapse. She bent, she cried, but in the end she stood back up because she had sown quietly over time the seeds that would hold her up. Her roots were strong. They were deep. You know, here's the truth. All three friends wanted joy, and all three friends thought they were making small choices. All three friends were sowing seeds. You don't choose your harvest when the season comes. You choose it in the daily, ordinary decisions that no one else sees. The real question isn't, do you love God? The question is, what are you sowing into your life Monday through Saturday, not just Sunday? Because honestly, a divided life produces a divided harvest. But a life sown with intention will bear the fruit in its season. So choose your seeds carefully, because one day you will live what you sow. Thanks again. I hope you enjoyed, and God bless.
Life will change. Come, just come. He's waiting on you. Come, just come. He's waiting on